At Miller Industries, the #1 priority is commitment to quality. The goal? Manufacture and assemble the toughest, most versatile light-duty wreckers on the market today.
The first thing I would show everybody here at Miller Industries is our commitment to quality. It starts with our vendors. We buy everything prefabbed in kits so that all the pieces come in together at one time.
The first line of attack, the Weld Shop. The Weld Shop has 4 main substations. The subframe area is along one wall. The center line houses the booms. Smaller parts are welded in the section to one side of the center line, and the wrecker body area lines the far wall.
Once everything's tack welded together, it flows from that end of the building down to the end that we're standing on.
Streamlining the manufacturing process and maintaining quality control are imperative. These pieces are tack welded together until they form a single component. After the tack welding is finished, the robots take over. They're quicker than humans and provide very high quality welds with consistent heat penetration throughout.
The nice thing about the robots is that they never really get tired. They run at about 7 inches of weld per minute, and they can run 24 hours a day.
Now it's time for the paint process. First stop, media blast. Before the paint can be applied, any rust, oils, and imperfections in the metal must be removed. Technicians do this by performing a media blast, spraying a fine mist of tiny metal particles at the component. This helps the primer adhere to the metal surface.
Right now we're standing right outside of our small wrecker paint booth. Everything that we do after it comes out of the glass booth gets a 2-part paint system. Each part is mixed with the computer. The way this Pro Mix system works is it takes 3 parts of polyurethane paint and 1 part of hardener, mixes it together, and ensures that we have proper adhesion once the paint starts to dry.
Once the component is finished, it's into a curing oven for 30 minutes where the paint is baked on at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we come to the heart of the matter with the actual assembly of a small wrecker.
Once all the components of the small wrecker are blasted and painted, we move into the assembly process where components are put together and run down our assembly line.
In 2006, Miller Industries designed and built a 40,000 square foot facility dedicated to the manufacture and assembly of small wreckers, 16 ton and below. To that end, Miller has one main assembly line, and every small wrecker that Miller makes, from the Vulcan 810 Intruder to the Century 3212, runs down that line. There are 4 main stations in the small wrecker assembly process: valves, booms, underlifts, and then crossbar assembly and final test.
After the crossbar assembly is completed, we do a functional test on everything where we run every individual cylinder to ensure they stroke properly, they have no leaks, and there's no binding or twisting in any of the major components.
The Miller technicians are experienced professionals and can assemble a complete unit in approximately 4 hours. Once the assembly process is complete, Miller puts the components through a quality check one final time to make sure everything is functioning properly. After that, a final top coat of paint is applied. Finally, toolboxes are installed and the unit is ready for shipment.
Once the final inspection is complete, we move all of our small wreckers back here in the yard where they wait for a truck to come back and we can ship them all over the world.
Miller Industries, the world's largest manufacturer of towing and recovery equipment.